Hi there, everybody. Hello to my girl. Nice word. Intelligence. Difficult word because of the way culture seems to have placed itself against it. Intelligence is an interesting term. It's often used as an expression of the worth of someone or something. Let's not exclude other animals. So I'm going to say that animal intelligence is important too, and I think there's validity in that. IQ is often the term that's used as a comparative measure of intelligence from one person to another. But intelligence quotient is a comparison. It's a relative term. It's relative. It takes a person and measures the quantity of the person's knowledge, the facts, more than anything else, at a certain age, and compares it to what they think they should have at that age. And they find, they compare it to, and no, it's not all that clear, it's somewhat vague. There was an expression in the dictionary that said, let's say a kid at 10 years old had the intelligence of a kid at 12 years old. It was expected at 12 years old, and the person's IQ would be 1.2. It's comparative 10 over 12. You would get an intelligence quotient of about 120. But I find this is more a measure of the quantity of knowledge, not necessarily the quality of the knowledge. And therein lies the strange comparison, because anybody can outdo another person by simply trying to gain more fact than anybody else. But it doesn't really give expression to the quality of a person's knowledge. As a person explores things more deeply and they take longer. I'm not, boy, it might sound like I'm trying to beat myself up, but I'm a very slow learner and plodding. I mean, at my age, I don't have as much knowledge as perhaps as some people think that I should. But I don't really give a damn. I really enjoy being in my own mind, and I enjoy the exploration, I enjoy the approach, I enjoy the discovery especially among anything else, the eureka moments, what do they call them? Epiphanies. I love epiphanies. When you suddenly discover something that ties a whole bunch of other pieces of information you had for a long time together, and it's, wow, that's amazing. I love those. I practically live for them. Intelligence, I don't think it's a good measure of a person. I don't think it's a good measure of an animal either. Some animals, I'm not going to get into this, into the evolutionary ability to survive. There is survival intelligence. There's reasoning intelligence. There's creative intelligence. I think there's a vast array of intelligences that sometimes we don't give much credit for. But this idea of quantity, I mean, that's just a store of information. Sometimes we go through a process. Some people are magnificent, amazingly. I wish I had the memory capacity of some people. It would be amazing to see what a person with great memory capacity and a great skill at taking that information and processing it and turning it into information that's more useful. Those are probably the people that are geniuses. I am definitely not one of those. I have terrible memory, terrible for facts, terrible for names too. But I don't know where else to go with this. The idea that everything between 1 plus 1 equals 2, and the question of when does 1 plus 1 not equal 2, Well, compare those two. What do you think? Where would you go with something like that? Would you prefer to say 1 plus 1 equals 2 and that's it, final, done, dogma, stagnant, stop, no motion? Or would you say, when does 1 plus 1 not equal 2? Why can you go with that? This was an interesting term. You caught me off guard with that, and I haven't really. Well, I've given it a lot of thought over time, and it's one of the things why I say I don't put as much weight on it as a lot of people do with the intelligence quotient thing. I don't compare myself to other people. That's not important. That's more of a competitive drive, and I imagine I've got some kind of a competitive drive in some respects somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't really analyzed it all that much yet. My slow plodding mind. But I do enjoy these because it gives other people's ideas and get them a chance to put out their perspective on it. I hope that gives something. Anybody has any kind of comment on it, I'd be willing to listen to. I am interested. Maybe somebody can interject some sort of perspective that I'm not seeing. Great project. Thanks to my girl.